You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to have Danny Heinsohn here this afternoon with My Hometown Heroes. And Danny, you are just an inspiration for our community. Go into how My Hometown Heroes started.
Hometown Heroes started the day after I was graduated from college with a degree in electrical engineering. I was planning to backpack Europe with my best friends, and a week and a half prior to that, I had these headaches that just wouldn't quit. Graduated on a Sunday, and I was supposed to be on a plane to Europe on Tuesday. And the day before I left, I was in the emergency room with my dad. And after 2.5 hours of testing, I found out that they found a tumor the size of a racquetball in my head. Had to be removed. I had to relearn how to walk and talk and tie my shoes. But it was those first 3 days in the hospital before I had the operation where I realized that this journey wasn't about me. It was about them, because if I'm going to get through this, it's going to be because of them. So they became my heroes, which 10 years later became the impetus to creating the My Hometown Heroes entity.
That's fantastic. Such a great organization for children and teens, young cancer survivors. Explain the fundraising process and what My Hometown Heroes goal is for youth survivors.
Absolutely. Well, so My Hometown Heroes, we serve young adult cancer survivors between the ages of 17 and 39 years old. So this is a time in their life where it's a major transition to go to college, but then when you're diagnosed with cancer as a young adult, that changes everything. Your life is put on hold. Everything's focused on the patient and the family to get through that. And the idea is you get through it and then you start living your best life. It doesn't mean you can't start living your best life while you're going through treatment. But the My Hometown Hero Scholarship Program is a platform of self-expression, not only for young adults who survive cancer, but it helps them, it creates a path for them and gives them confidence from everything that they've went through, that they do have support financially for them to pursue their dreams of a college education.
And you are such a cool guy. Like, I've known you now for years, and every time I see you, you're a ray of light and sunshine. And I didn't know that you had penned a book, and you say that this is a really a self-reflection journey, and also provides really good guidelines about milestones for folks at home. Talk to us about this book and how can they get it?
Yeah, it's really easy to get a copy of the book. Just visit myhometownheroes.org, make a $25 donation. I'll sign it and mail it to you. I really started the book when I was going through cancer treatment, when I had that massive seizure complications, having to relearn how to walk and talk and tie my shoes. I had to like type on the keyboard like one keystroke at a time, and that really helped. It wasn't so much of a big term as now, but like for neuroplasticity, right? If you want to be able to remember something, and just going through that entire journey, I mean, they took a racquetball out of my head, so there was a lot of neurons to reconnect over the years. So writing was the first thing that gave me therapy, but I actually started writing because I wanted to thank all the people that supported me through my journey, and I wrote an essay, and I was in the 3rd month of chemo during the time when I published it, just an essay. It wasn't even a book at that point. And so my book is my memoir from being diagnosed, transitioning through from cancer to survivorship to getting a job and trying to live a normal life. And then endurance sports was really kind of my platform of self-expression. I was training for century bike rides, then marathons, triathlons, and then 2010 was my 10th year remission from brain cancer, and I decided I'm going to do my first Ironman triathlon. I'm going to raise $10,000 for My Hometown Heroes, symbolic of the decade milestone.
Fantastic. And so we've got about a minute and a half left. Show us some of your milestones.
Yeah, well, thank you for asking. So I brought 3 medals here today, and the one that's most significant is the one from the Ironman journey when I crossed the finish line at Ironman Canada in 2010. So that's what this symbolizes right here. But before I did Ironman Canada, I realized that, okay, well, in 2009, 2010 is going to be my 10th year remission. So I crossed the finish line at the Escape from Alcatraz triathlon, and that's when it occurred to me, okay, I think I'm going to do an Ironman that year. So
After surviving brain cancer.
after surviving brain cancer 9 years later, and then 2010 was the Ironman. And then I left so 2015 was the last year of my corporate job, and I completed the New York Marathon, and this is the medal for that. So when it comes to milestones, if you're looking for something that's tangible, something you can hold, I can look at these medals and have a story behind every medal.
In about 30 seconds or less, tell folks at home, why are milestones so important to keep us going through the hard times?
Well, we know that tomorrow is never guaranteed, right? So I think there's so much going on in the world right now, so many distractions, that we really need to really focus in on the moment. And then we're engaged in the moment, then we can live each moment to its fullest, regardless of what kind of adversity. We always have the choice on how we react or respond to adversity.
My Hometown Heroes, how do people find you online?
myhometownheroes.org.
Danny, thanks for being here. You're watching 2+U Nevada.